Hi there, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. My name is Melanie, and today is a new collaboration series here that I am doing with Colleen Cornett from Colleen Cornett. Her link will be in the description below. And we've decided that for 2026, the first of each month, we are going to pull out some less loved items in our stash and revive them and try and use them in some sort of way, whether it's cards, journaling, scrapbook layouts, you name it, anything goes kind of thing. So we do have some prompts, and I'm going to say I'm probably going to follow the prompts somewhat loosely. It's more important for me to actually focus on using my stamps, dies, stencils, embossing powder, embossing folders than necessarily following a specific prompt. Colleen might take it in a little bit of a different direction, so be sure to check out her video because you may find that an interesting take on this challenge. So for the month of January, the prompt is kind of focused around winter themed or motivational, and I've gone with the winter theme. I've gone through my stash, pulled out stamps actually with some dies that I've never ever used, or I think there's one that I may have used, but I don't know for sure. So I figured that warrants it. If I don't remember for sure if I used it, then that still counts. Okay, so let's talk about the ones that I want to use this month, and then I'll show you the projects I made. So first off, I've got from Curio Innocence. I think I purchased these from MFT back in the day. This was Holiday Hug Snowman and Heart Happy Snowman. I picked this heart one because I need to start making some Valentine's cards, and I thought that might be kind of fun. And then this one, of course, because it says, you know, warm winter wishes. So the idea is that I'm sending, or that I'm creating winter cards, not necessarily Christmas cards. In that 6x6 paper, I had I think it was die cuts with a view. It was like a winter blue paper pad that I had broken down, and so I used a lot of that. Very simple design, just letting the focal element speak for itself. Just two mats, and then that's snowflake punch again, but this time out of glitter cardstock and an enamel dot. And I just used the colors to drive how I colored the image. And you guys, like, they're the same, but different. I do like that, right? I don't like everything to be, you know, exactly the same. And that's what's great about using those kits, is that I've got patterns already pre-sorted out that I know work together, and I can mix and match. And then the second stamp, I did make some Valentine cards. Again, similar paper, so it was a different kit. But this time I went with this simple design with just two layered pieces in the back. For this one, I also pulled out these blue hearts, enamel hearts. They're super cute. And I colored the heart red, obviously, and added some Wink Estella or glitter pen on it. And then I had scraps, and so I just used those to put little banners on the end. I have from a Colorado craft company this one here, which is called Get Together. I have the dies. This is actually really cool. It's got the scene built in, but then each of the individual ones you can layer on top. So it gives you the flexibility of both. And it's always so much fun when we get together. I thought that was a really cute sentiment. So I'm looking forward to playing with this. This one's not terribly old. I don't think I have a year on this. Yeah, I don't see a year. But I gotta think it's like probably within the last 5 years or so that I purchased this one. For the Colorado Craft Company cards, the image was quite large. I could have made it fit on an A2, but I thought, why not pull out these card bases? I had a ton of these. They were discounted at Hobby Lobby, so that why not use them? The paper is from Lawn Fawn, and I think technically it's from like their fall collection, but I think it kind of looks like a sweater, and so I think it still works for winter themed. You'll see more of that punch and those snowflakes. For this one, I stamped the image, colored the background, then colored the individual images, and then popped them up on foam dots. And I did not do anything on the interior of these. Now, you're probably wondering how I can make this work with a 6x6 piece of cardstock, because this is bigger than 6 inches. It's an illusion. So I cut an A2 panel out of the one piece and then cut it in half, and that forms these two pieces. And then the leftover piece, because these are opposites, was about a 2-inch strip, I think. And I just cut that into 2-inch squares. So these here are just a square, and then the image covers any gaps. And then this one, because I used up the whole collection or the whole kit, I pulled a different kit, same lawn fawn, but this one I just used the different layers across to make the 6 inches, and then I had leftover bits, so I used that to make the banner. This one is from Stampendous. It's from 2013, so we do have a date on that one. It's called Snowman Banners, and it does have kind of a Christmas theme, like you could go that route with the ornaments, but I think if I go with the banners instead, or the little birds, and use the sentiment, a warm little wish on a wintry day, I think that would work out really cute. So what I ultimately ended up doing for this one, and actually for a lot of these, is I went to my 6x6 papers and I found some of my card kits, which is basically just, you know, papers that I pre-sorted into patterns that I thought went together. So in this particular one, it had this, I think this is from Pink Fresh, and then this pink paper. And this doesn't scream necessarily winter, but the gray, I thought, you know, lent itself to it. And so once I had chosen the papers, I chose the colors. And I used a Martha Stewart punch, snowflake punch. I've used that one quite a bit, but it was good to pull it out again. And then these little snowflakes are actually buttons that I got at Hobby Lobby on like a deep discount. And I just used a pair of wire snips to cut off the loop, you know, the button shank, and turn them into embellishments. So they turned out really cute. And then on the inside, I stamped the greeting, and then any scraps I had left over, I used to decorate. I also pulled in some of this holographic foil paper, because this one is a slightly different design than these two. And I just took whatever scraps were left over to make this one. And I just thought it needed something behind the focal image. And so I thought the iridescent paper was kind of fun. And in this case, the scrap went the other direction. This one is from Pink and Maine. It's a Snowflake Sings. Again, snow, going with a snow theme. I don't think this one is very old either. This is probably within the last few years, and I want to say I got this in the SCT sampler kit, which means in theory I should have used it, but I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I did not make those cards. I, again, pulled some cardstock. This cardstock is also from Lawn Fawn, and I really liked this kind of sweater or knit pattern, and so I trimmed out the image or the pieces to do the panel in the back first, and then I added the two, well, I guess it's roughly an 1.5 inch strip, and I was left over with just the tiniest little bit. And on these ones, it works just fine the way it is. But on this one, I didn't love this pattern against this pattern. And so I used a tiny little strip of foiled paper to separate them. And I think that makes it work. And then I used the foil scraps to punch out some snowflakes, and then more of those tiny snowflake buttons. And then I have from Gina K, does it have a name on here? I doodled snowflakes. And I thought this was kind of a fun card to play, or this might be fun to make some friendship cards. Again, I don't think this one is that old either, probably within the last 5 years. These two are effectively the same card. Again, card kit. I just used the paper to drive the colors, and blue and snowflakes just go anyways. And I actually used a blue card base for something different. I stamped the winter hello first, and then the snowflakes on either end, and then I used that punch again to punch out some snowflakes, and it pulled some, in this case these are gems and some enamel dots to fill that in. And then whatever I had left over for scraps, I used to make this one. Now, this card, you'll notice these snowflakes are a little bit different. They came in the same package of discounted buttons, and I just cut those shanks off as well. I've got a Hero Arts. Do I have a name on this one? Skating by to say hello. It's a 3x4. It says 2022. So again, not super old, but I've never used it. So why not get it out? And then we have the Hero Art card. I actually did a little bit of masking, so I stamped both of these images on some sticker paper, trimmed them out, stamped them on the card panel first, then covered them, and then stamped the ice rink, just so that, you know, I wouldn't have the lines of the ice rink going through their legs. I colored this super simply, like no blending, nothing. The images are so small, I just don't think it was necessary. Again, this was another card kit of 3 6x6 papers that I used to make the 3 cards. And very simple design. You'll notice I use banners a lot. That was just an easy way to use up the scraps without, you know, without needing to deal with them at a later date. More of that is iridescent foil paper. When I trimmed these out, I had a little bit of scrap, so I just added them on the inside. So you can see all same patterns, just in different proportions. My favorite way to use 6x6 to make cards. And then this was from My Favorite Things. This was from, was it Stacy Yakula? Yeah, and it says 2018 on it. And I do have the dies for this as well. It's Warm and Feathered Hugs. And I like the sending warm and feathered hugs. Guess who thinks you're special? You're the person I'd want to be snowed in with. Have a joyful winter season. So I think this really does lend more to winter than necessarily Christmas. So for this set from Stacy Yakula, I actually colored all the images and stamped out all the images, but they were actually too much for an A2 size. I think it would have been better on a slimline. I also pulled out a Simon Says stamp hill die, and for whatever reason I thought the hill was going to go in the other direction, which I thought would have worked perfectly with the owl on the sled, but it was the other way, and I should have cut it differently, but I wasn't going to recut it. So anyway, so only 2 images ended up on the front, and the third ended up on the inside with a piece of scrap. So I think that still looks really cute. Again, I used that snowflake punch. It's got its workout. And then this cardstock that I used for layering was actually from Echo Park, and it was a pirate-themed collection, but I think it looks kind of cute with the snow and a plaid and then the stars. I just think it turned out really cute. So again, I just mixed and matched with these, and each one has a critter on the inside. Okay, you guys, that is it for the first month of Stash Revival. I made 24 cards using 8 stamp sets that I don't think I had used before, or if I had, I've used minimally. I managed to pull in another die that I haven't used in a long time to make some snowy hills, and I also used a punch that I haven't used in a while, although that one is well loved. I'm super excited with how this challenge has started off for this year. I hope you guys are too, and I hope you'll play along. We are going to use a hashtag. It's going to be hashtag Stash Revival 2026. Be sure to head over to Colleen's channel. Her link is in the description below to find out what she made this month, and we will see you back on February 1st for the next month's challenge. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and until next time, happy crafting.